If you think that practicing piano is sitting down at the piano, opening your sheet music, and just repeating it again and again and again, this is one of the lowest levels of practice. And if you're ever wondering, why am I not improving? I'm putting in the hours. This is because you might be currently using a very inefficient way to practice. I've seen similar level students where one student would master a certain passage in 30 minutes of practice versus another student who claims they've probably worked on something for 2 weeks, but still have not mastered yet that passage. Let's go into the 5 levels, and I want to show you how you can upgrade your level of practice today. Level 1, the repeater. This is where most people start. The repeater practices from the start to the end and just does that again and again and again and again. Usually when they encounter a mistake, they either ignore it or they start again from the beginning. For example, repeat. They start playing a piece, they make a mistake, they restart from the start, and maybe they make that mistake again. This level feels like practice because you're spending time at the piano. But the problem is you unfortunately are not solving anything. You're just hoping that with enough times of practicing it, it will magically kind of heal itself. And to be fair, repetition, it does help, but only if you're repeating the correct thing. If you keep repeating the same wrong pattern with the, let's say, the wrong fingering and the wrong timing, you're not practicing the piece. You're actually practicing the mistake. Let's now go to level 2. Level 2 is the fixer. Level 2 is already a big improvement. So you're someone that notices the mistakes and you're fixing them. The fixer maybe does something like this. Oh, I always make a mistake in bar 3. Let me just practice just that bar. So I'm gonna check that my notes are here, the right fingers are here. Maybe I might play it slowly. Level 2, the fixer, is much better than level 1, the repeater, because you're not just playing the piece, you're actually identifying the mistake parts. Here are some of the common things I find are mistakes for my students. It's things like an awkward fingering, it's things like the rhythm or the timing, it's maybe like a chord change, it's maybe like a transition, it's maybe like a difficult part to coordinate your hands, a hand coordination issue. And this way of practicing really starts to get you real progress because the level 2 fixer realizes that maybe actually 80% of my piece is fine. It's only that 20% that gives me a lot of trouble. So this is a huge breakthrough, but level 2 still has its limitations. I find the level 2 fixer students often fixes the mistakes only after they've happened, and they're often in reactive mode. Let's go to the next level where we can see how we can go to an even higher level of practicing efficiency. Level 3 is the builder. This is where you stop fixing random mistakes and actually build the piece layer by layer. What do I mean by that? So let's say in that very first bit that we play, and if I always make a mistake here, like that next bit here, in this part, the builder thinks about the layers. So for example, I might start by saying, wow, let me just start by playing just the right hand. That's like the most basic level. Check that, it's finger number 3 on the A. I might just check that the rhythm is right. So this is 1, 2, 1. I might then slowly add that left hand. Maybe I'll practice the left hand layer first. Now I'm going to put the Lego pieces together. This is what I mean by building. Instead of just kind of like winging it, you're actually building things layer by layer. You're assembling the piece together. I think a lot of beginners struggle because they try to practice, I think, the final version a little bit too early. They try to play both hands, full speed, full expression, the dynamics, before the basic ingredients are even secure. It's kind of like, I don't know, like trying to decorate a house before the house was even built. So in this level 3, the builder doesn't ask, can I play this? The builder asks, what layer needs work? The builder breaks down the piece of music into smaller layers and see what needs work. Let's go to the next level. Level 4 is the problem solver. This is where practice, I believe, gets more intelligent. Level 4's problem solver doesn't just notice something went wrong, he or she knows why something is going wrong. So for example, in that little mistake part I made, The level 1 student just repeats from the start again. The level 2 student might repeat that bar a few times. The level 3 student repeats that bar but breaks it down into different layers. But the level 4 student asks the question, why am I missing the notes in this particular bar? Here are some potential reasons. Is it because like my hand doesn't know the shape? Is it because my eyes are looking in the wrong place? Is my fingering bad? Am I wrongly assuming the notes is something else? So for example, the level 4 students might approach this part and go, and let's say I always accidentally hit a B rather than the A. The level 4 student analyzes this and maybe realizes, oh, I somehow always thought that this particular gap was the sixth from the C to the A. But in fact, it's a wrong assumption. So I might need to practice moving the sixths a little bit more accurately. I might take away the left hand and just move to this A. Maybe it's practicing this interval for many times. And getting used to this spacing. This is why the level 4 people improve a lot faster. Not because they have more talent, but just because they are much better at diagnosing exactly what problem they are having. So the level 4 student doesn't ask, what went wrong? This level 4 student asks, why did it go wrong? And let's now move on finally to the final level, I believe, of practicing piano. This is the best level. Level 5 is called the musician. In this level, it's all about practicing the music. It's not asking, can I play the right notes? In this level, it's already assumed you can play the right notes. And you're actually asking, what do I want this to sound like? You're actually trying to create emotions out of your music. So level 5 assumes you know the notes. Did you see what I did there? I sort of like emphasized it a little bit more. I pushed that a little bit more. As you can see, the scales, I was going a higher volume as it reached the peak, and it softens as it comes down. So I'm thinking about things like phrases. I don't want to play things in a flat way. I want to play things in a musical way. I'm thinking about things like where the phrase is going. I'm thinking about which note is the most important. Which notes can I kind of like strike and hit a little bit harder so it gives it a little bit more emphasis. I'm thinking about how soft the accompaniment should be, so the left hand, how soft the left hand should be. I'm thinking about where to breathe, you know, myself, where to breathe and where to breathe musically. I'm thinking about what kind of emotions I want to create. So level 5 is the highest level of practice you can do. But obviously you can't get to level 5 if you haven't done 1, 2, 3, 4. Big disclaimer here, advanced musicians also need to do level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 to get to level 5. But I wanted to create this list in this way because I wanted to also show people that I think too many beginners try to kind of practice at level 5 when they actually should be dedicating more of their time and effort into level 1, 2. Like sort of the mechanical parts of it first. Real practice moves between these levels. You do need repetitions. You do need to fix small mistakes. You do need to build something slowly. So the problem is not that like level 1 exists. I think the problem is more that people think only level 1 exists. There's actually a range here, as you've seen in this video, level 1 to level 5. So there you go. Here's a quick summary. Level 1, the repeater. Level 2, the fixer. Level 3, the builder. Level 4, the problem solver. And level 5, the musician. 2 people can practice piano for 1 hour each and have completely different results. One person can spend the whole hour repeating mistakes, and the other would spend the whole hour solving problems. So next time you practice, I want you to ask a very simple question at the end of that practice. Instead of just asking, did I practice enough today? A better question is to ask, what did I actually improve in today? Is it a certain passage? Is it a certain hand coordination thing? Is it understanding the timing of something better? In your practice sessions, which level is the most relatable to you? Please let me know in the comments. Happy practicing, and I'll catch you in the next one.